Hello there everyone, welcome to another episode here on Yuan Bo, episode 16, and one of our caravans has completed and I have a spy in court. Unique ancillary allegiance points with Kislev Empire dwarfs. That's nice. That's nice. It will help having some more outpost units, which I really like. I'm not one of those to use or to abuse the power, you know. I know that there's a technique to grab heroes from other races by just making sure that you basically recruit an army from the AI with the allegiance points. You just confiscate an army and then you take away their heroes and they're yours. And I consider that a little bit too much cheese for my, and it's just for my opinion, you know, and it's just something that I prefer not to do. I like to play with the forces from Cathay, not too many from the others. So just moving, basically. I don't have enough yuan here. I might have to destroy one building or another just to do that. We'll see. Maybe the barracks after it becomes no longer important. I can only rush construction in 2 turns, so there's no point yet building on Lee Temple. So yeah, there's still no point building on Lee Temple. I'll just avoid it for now and build it next turn, just to ensure that I have the money, you know, in case something happens. And for now, I have 15k. That's enough for me to start building up a lot of armies, actually. So yeah. Okay, let's start moving Lida and Juliu, everyone actually, to ensure that I have some way of defending Cathay, actually, because likely greenskins or who knows, Chaos Dwarfs or Nurgle will attack us. I already know who it is. I won't tell you. Yeah, this is a problem recording from the future. I'm recording from the future. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, but I already know who it is. But still, it's predictable at this point. There's not a lot of wars from the greenskins, from Nurgle, from Chaos Dwarfs, and I'm nearby. So that's what people say, anti-player bias. I think anti-player bias is different. But this is just, I'm neighbors, they don't have wars, of course they're gonna declare war. This is total war. So yeah, let's get some more Celestial Guard. And finally, as soon as I get to tier 5, man, I'm gonna have so many Celestial Dragon crossbows, which are one of the best units, missile units in the game, honestly, especially after research and everything. And I just want to up the research as soon as possible to get there. I've been having a lot of control issues, so I'm having to spend control there. But I'm pretty sure that someone is going to invade here, and I'll have to be ready for it. So let's get some caravans going. This one for Altdorf. It's always important. And I can recruit here, but I mean, monthly, I'm already going for tier 7 in the next turn. And in terms of diplomacy, let me just briefly double check. Is there anyone that I really want? Nope. I wish I could get the Confederation, because getting the Confederation at this point would be awesome, actually. Would be awesome. But still, for now, we're gonna attack Vilitch, the Curseling here, and I just want to demonstrate how this army fights. Even though this is a very easy battle, I still want to showcase at least how I position my forces. So overall, just a checkerboard formation, honestly. I don't have them too much in square formation because there's a lot of magic with Zinj, so you gotta be careful. And of course my cavalry is gonna attack on this side and it's gonna be covering for the Chaos Furies. Chaos Furies will likely come in over against my archers, which need protection, and I'm gonna have to have some reserves here because the enemy is trying to flank us. So let's go for it and let's watch the battle. Cannons are super nice to use, actually, and they're very accurate. It doesn't seem like because they're throwing a fireball, but honestly it's the same thing as the normal cannons. They're quite accurate, And the good thing is that you can hit targets like these dragon ogres and take them out. A couple of dragon ogres like that. I have the ancestors summon, which is perfect actually. That's from an item, and it's just a great unit to summon. No, it's anti-large, it is ethereal, so it's really cool. And it's just free stuff. Free stuff is always nice. It even baited some magical attacks, some magic, so that's great use of a summon. There we go. Cannons are even attacking these guys. And now the Furies are under attack by my cavalry, which is enough, you know, just the Furies attack the archers, cavalry attacks the Furies, and it can do enough damage. I'm casting just some Curse of the Midnight Wind, which helps thwart them. And suddenly every single unit that was fast is thwarted. Look at that. Only at the bottom of the screen there's a few more Furies, but overall things were good. Things are good. My spearmen hold on against the Centaurs. And there's just a lot of damage that he can do with the magic, which is a big problem. But I guess that's fine. It's to be expected when you fight Tzeentch. It's their strength, so you always know that it's coming. Over here, Vilitch the Curseling, that's the problem. It's an awesome model, actually. It's really cool to see. Not the most powerful of the Chaos Warriors, but it's actually quite interesting to use. And overall, another summon should do the trick against Vilitch. He's gonna start to think of routing away, and soon all my forces are gonna attack him. At this point I was like, oh, why do I even have my own troops here? There's no need. There's no need to have the troops. I can just have the summons, and that's what I'm gonna decide to do. My archers are taking out the pinks. I now cast the Curse of Midnight Wind, so that they are terrible in melee. My peasants should be doing just nicely. Look at that, 7 armor. That's great. Just to ensure that these guys die really fast, even against non-armor piercing targets. Yeah, there we go. And now, yes, all I have is the summon against Vilitch. My cannons are attacking anything that is retreating, so to make sure that they don't come back. And Vilitch soon will stay alone here as the summon wears out. And this is just much better. Look at the amount of fire. He's gonna start routing. Yep. I don't know where you're routing to, but that's the wrong way, dude. Yep. A lot of damage coming over. And that's enough. I think he dies with a cannonball, if not mistaken. So at this point I'm just aiming the cannons. Does he? Can't remember. Yeah, there we go. Is that? There we go. And that's a victory. Goodbye, Curseling. So, after the battle, let's get some replenishment or some gold. What do I want? So replenishment, it's kind of needed. It's not a lot, but I think I can take the gold and then have the gate provide me with the necessary replenishment. Yep. And I can get replenishment now, so yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That's a good place. Promoted on merit, enlisted bodyguards, specialist drills, the skirmishing stratagem. Yeah, it seems nice. I really want the vanguard deployment. That's when this army starts becoming really good. Because suddenly you have some way. Okay, I think training. Suddenly you have a way of deploying and quickly eliminating threats that otherwise would create a lot of issues. So Ming Fan, you're gonna go to the Isle of the Crimson Skull and get a better army for yourself. Same thing, Yuan Bo. Actually, Yuan Bo is already completed. So Ming Fan is still not.
Servant of the dragons.
What units should I recruit? Okay, I'm checking on my spreadsheet, basically. Not spreadsheet, my PowerPoint. So I want to recruit a Lord just to get all those units. I think the Celestial, yeah, the Celestial General that has the Fleet of Foot. Okay.
Celestial General.
And you're gonna get every single unit that is not required for this army, which are a lot, actually. I'm gonna use the Celestial Crossbowmen. The ones without too much... No, hold on. The ones without too much... Oh, these are rank 3. Okay, hold on. The ones without too much XP. So I'll keep just the ones that have XP. And that's it. It's not even those. It should be the Celestial Dragon God Crossbowman. The Dragon Crossbowman. But I don't have access to them, so I'll just need some Jade ones. Still, it's fine. You know, you can do it just nicely with it. I'll get an Astromancer. Do I get it here or do I get it on the other side? I think on the other side. Juntu, I should add Juntu completed here. I'm gonna go against Itza, that's for sure. And against the Skull Taker. So time to fight some Lizardmen. I wonder how the Jade units will feel against Lizardmen. I'm not moving the other army away because of control issues. That's uninhabitable terrain, so I have to be wary of it. And Nurgle has declared war. I knew it. I knew that someone would declare war. I was hoping it was Nurgle because I think it's easier to deal with Nurgle, actually, than Greenskins because of their WOG mechanic. And because they're really big at this moment. So yeah. What else do we have? I want Crane Gunners. Do I want Crane Gunners? I'm checking my not my spreadsheet, my PowerPoint, where I have all the armies that I'm planning out. I already showed it on episode 13, if not mistaken. Weapon specialist, yep, you're gonna be recruiting here. Morning conversions, Rolling Skies, Run and Thunderbolt. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes I want to go full casting, sometimes I want to go for the magic and other stuff before. I'm glad Zhao Ming actually had precisely the time to deal with. I wish I had a different location in Kiang. If Kiang wasn't mine, it would be much better. But yet, yeah, that's the problem. We're gonna lose some income there, but still, it's kind of fine. And I could get a treaty here with Bordelot with the prospect of reducing the relations with Hans Marshall, you know. Don't know if that will come in handy or not, but we'll try. Let me get just a little bit of income from this. No military alliances. I wish I could confederate. I guess eventually I'll be able to. Yan Xianyu. I'm already doing the typical playthrough. Sorry about that, guys. I wanted to keep this cinematic, but I have some ideas on how to plan those out properly. Mostly like with a script and everything like that, but that takes quite a while. So thanks for the feedback on in terms of the cinematic episodes that I've done. Of course, in battle is always the same, but in campaign I feel like this is quite useful for me and for you. I still haven't done the Burning Books of Corn. I'll have to do those. Now that I have some battles, definitely I'll have to do those. Jar of All Souls. It's not exactly the best item. It's useful until you get, you know, immortal, then it's not really useful at all. So let me fuse it and get an even worse item. The Winds of Magic, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but I mean... Okay, so what can we get? Jade Sculptor, do you need? No, Qlay doesn't need that actually. It doesn't have any Jade units. but yeah, I didn't notice that at the time.
Speed and unity.
Maybe I can eventually give him some units, but I like the peasant ones for now. Yeah, rank G is fine. Let me upgrade this building here in Shenwu. And there's a few more that I can upgrade. Mount Lee is already building it up. I can do the build it up immediately. There we go, Lee Temple. The importance of this one is precisely the tier 3 building that is a landmark that gives a lot of control plus 5 faction wide. That's one of the best landmarks for legendary. And now I get everything that I need. Let's build upgrades. No, I don't need that. I need this. There we go. And everything else. Jade River Delta. Yeah, that's for sure. And we do spend everything. And we're getting for more recruit rank for cavalry. That's always nice. Next episode, likely we're going to have a battle against the Nurgle forces. Yeah, they only have 5 settlements, so they're fine. And yeah, that'll be it for this episode, guys. So next episode, a fight against Nurgle. Bye-bye.